So we all know by now that SHIB is gearing up for a breakout along with the rest of the crypto market, and that time is approaching very quickly. But are we actually targeting a range much higher than what we expect? 201. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. Again, it is free to do. It will keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. And there is an analyst that actually sees Shiba Inu cracking 201 on this next breakout. So what he's actually talking about is right now, SHIB has been going through this consolidation period, this long-term trend line, and we have a breach coming very soon. In fact, he is anticipating this breakout sometime between January to February of 2025, meaning that SHIB could consolidate longer. And frankly, that puts Shiba Inu all the way down somewhere around here, somewhere around 401. Now, what I will say is this, do I think this breakout for Shiba Inu is going to send us on a 7,379% increase to 201? And the answer is probably not right away. All right. So I think that is a little bit of hopium. However, this is the range I've talked about during the cycle, somewhere between 305 to 201. And what I will say is this, I do believe that this next wave is going to be a big one. We've talked about leg 3 and why that is so important to Shiba Inu. This is the time where, frankly, you have the largest inflows of users and the largest inflows of capital. And frankly, this next target for Shiba Inu, I believe, is somewhere up in this, 3016 to 3018 range, over 2 times the prior all-time high. And this would be sometime around March, right? I think this next leg is going to happen quickly. It's going to happen violently. And frankly, all the writing is on the wall, which I'll get to in just a moment here, right? So this just identifies some short-term targets that Shiba Inu needs to break. We've talked about, our break box and our local zones of resistance and our moving averages and things like that. And I won't get too much into that in this video, but I want to point out some very key trends that are taking place right now that people are just kind of letting roll off their back. They're not paying much attention to. So Shiba Inu whales over the last 24 hours transferred 2.1 trillion SHIB. So whales are getting extremely active. In fact, the peak of this was September 9th. This is 3.21 trillion SHIB. But what I'm mostly looking at here is actually the accumulation. Which direction are these flows, right? Whales can get active and it can result in absolutely nothing. But look at what's been happening here. In fact, September 9th and September 11th alone combined equated to 3 trillion Shiba Inu in net flows to the positive side. While retail, small holders, have been kind of on the drop, like we talked about the other day, whales have been on the heavy accumulation. And they have been buying and they have been removing from exchanges. In fact, just take a look here. Whales pull out $4 million from exchanges. I don't know why this says can SHIB recover, because what we're going to witness here is something that we've seen time and time before, not just with SHIB, but other assets as well. You see a point where retail kind of cools down, where holders kind of go through that last little bit of capitulation, and the whales step in. They start accumulating, price starts moving like we're seeing in the charts here, starts moving to the upside, and guess what? Then FOMO kicks in. People start chasing, price starts hitting new price levels, which I'll get to in just a moment here. And again, this is Margex. If you guys have not checked out Margex, there is a referral link in the description below. Again, you can trade on leverage with Shiba Inu, actually 25x. And again, there's no KYC, that you can earn up to $10,000 in deposit and trading bonuses. Right now, I only have one position open. It's actually just an ADA position, just so you guys can kind of see where that one's at. I'm up about 78% in terms of profit here, but I've traded SHIB on here many times, ADA, Fetch when they had Fetch on here, Pepe, all sorts of different things. So again, if you guys wanted to do that, that referral link is in the description below for you. But we know that SHIB is kind of gearing up for some of these local ranges. Basically, the next target that you guys need to be aware of is 4016. Okay. When SHIB gets to this range, it kind of confirms our reversal. This is our big W formation, right? Double bottom. And this is where things are going to really start to get kind of wild, because when SHIB starts moving to the upside here, there is very thin liquidity levels up here. All right. And people don't pay attention to these often. They say, oh yeah, look, SHIB's got a very long way to get through here. And it really doesn't, because when price starts moving, FOMO kicks in. Again, look at what happened back here. Look at how thin these levels of liquidity were. And when buying kicks off, price will move very quickly. All right. Now, as always, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice. And like I said, maybe his target of 201 is a little bit high here in the short term. it would not surprise me if in a little bit longer term, by the end of this market cycle, if SHIB approaches those levels. Now, obviously nothing said here is financial advice. This isn't a guarantee. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but pay attention to all these things taking place because, again, like I said, the writing is on the wall. It's all coming together and it's going to result in something big here in the very near term. But appreciate you guys. Have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.